It's not too late to be whoever we want to be. In Tampa Bay, after all that this team has overcome, we know things can change just like that.
Because it doesn't matter what happened. They've won the division. They are printing a playoff ticket.
And this is what happened. You count them out.
Riddle me this. All of a sudden, they look dangerous.
Right now, we start from scratch.
Well, y'all know what type of week this is, man. We playing for it all. Let's go.
All we've ever needed is a chance. And what we do with it, that's up to us.
Go, boys. Come on. You like football. This is where you want to be.
Ain't nobody gonna save us. We don't need nobody to save us, man. We know what we got. We know what we're capable of.
They came down here and it's hot as hell. That's showing how hot it's going to be.
Gonna be a dogfight. That's why we're here.
From here on out, anything can happen.
Throws, it's caught. It's in for the touchdown. Incredible. Touchdown, Rachaad White.
And even when the odds are stacked against us,
Every time they count us out, we keep playing.
Brady going deep. Evans again. He's dead. My goodness, this is a monster sack.
Let's go. One man to beat. He shuts it down.
Sack by Lavonte David.
Everybody here got something to prove. Let's show the world why we bet.
raise the flags.
It's Wildcard Weekend, motherfucker! And I put the wrong song on. What am I doing? Let's go! It's the start of the playoffs. If you didn't watch that fucking video and get hyped, you even have a pulse? Jeez, you know what I'm saying? Woo-hoo. People might wonder why are you doing this show on 2 different days of the week? Because this is going to be the happiest I may be all playoff season. God forbid something happens on Monday night that doesn't go in my favor. I'm going to be miserable for the rest of the playoffs. Okay? So just let me enjoy this. All right? Just like I'm going to enjoy bringing this guest back to the good countdown. Last time he was here, it was a little special Saturday stream as well. And the time before that, he held us down on each holiday this season, and we love him for that. The good homie, Lord Necron. How are we feeling today, bro?
I'm feeling pretty good, dude, considering we were up all damn night. I'm doing all right. And I am definitely not Syl ABDUL, but I am definitely glad to help. So,
yeah, we thank you. We thank you for being here, man. Yeah. Syl's a busy man, obviously.
Oh, can you imagine? Shit.
So I was like, hey man, I'm doing a show today, but you don't have to come on, obviously, if you don't want to. I got Necron to fill in. And he's like, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I was like, all right, cool. That's how we do it. Literally the day before or the day of, that's when we're catching things off. But I appreciate and say hello to everybody in the chat already. Israel's ready for today. He woke up like, yo, today's game day.
Let's go.
That's our 49ers fan right there. One of our 49ers fans, Israel. How you doing today, homie? I hope you're doing good. Money James, wildcard night. Wildcard weekend. They say super wildcard weekend. Nah, dude, it's just wildcard weekend. Come on, stop trying to be extra, NFL. What are you doing? And of course,
I always got to come up with something, right?
Right. We need to brand this a new way to have it be more exciting.
Super spectacular, awesome.
Yeah. The incredible wild card weekend. The wild card weekend.
Something like South Park or something.
Yeah. Oh man. Retro, thank you for being here after staying up with us so late last night. And me and Necron went to sleep, so I don't know how late you were.
I don't know how late they stayed up. I crashed bed. I'm out.
For anyone who doesn't know, we kind of have like a little, I don't know, party, I guess, every time after our streams. And we'll stay back and just hang out backstage after a stream, after a show for like hours sometimes. And if you're not paying attention, you get yourself caught up. It's 6 in the morning, real fucking quick.
The real quick, sun gonna be rising any minute.
Like, oh damn, bro, I can go to sleep. This conversation, what are we talking about? Oh man, and how about them Cowboys? We'll talk about that today. So today, you may be wondering, what are we gonna talk about? Are we gonna go over all of the games since we're doing tomorrow? And the answer is no. We are doing today's games, and we're gonna obviously the real reason why I wanted to have Necron on this weekend is because of the Monday night matchup, which is Cowboys versus the Buccaneers. If you guys didn't know, Necron's a Cowboys fan. He's got his Cowboys hat on right now.
I got my Cowboys hat.
And if you guys didn't know about me, obviously I'm a Buccaneers fan. So I had to get this man on the stream so we can have a friendly prediction and talk our shit. And one of the things about us is like we're very passionate fans, but we also are logical at the same time, right? Like we want, like there's two sides of us at all times.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, this is what I really want to happen, and this is what I feel in my heart, but this is what I feel in my gut. And you also you have to tell us about that too.
Look who's chiming in on the Cowboys.
How about the Cowboys?
Francisco Java,
yo, what's good?
Francisco, boo.
Boo. We'll talk about that in a couple games, but thanks for being here, Francisco. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being over here. The man with much music wisdom and the Texas heritage, just like our friend Necron, man. We appreciate you being here. So, with that being said, let's bring up the first game of the day before Israel's like, yo, I got to peace out, because that's the whole reason why our homie Israel came through today. And that is Seahawks versus the 49ers. Woo! Man.
Damn.
They faced each other twice this year. All right, bro? You want to know? Oh, where's my clipboard? Oh, all right, here's my clipboard. The Good Countdown clipboard. This is a prop at this point on this show.
Much needed, right? Yeah,
right?
Sir.
I need it, bro. I need it. We're going to figure something out here, what I'm going to do with all of these. I don't know if somebody wants them who's a viewer or anything, or if maybe I should just put these in like a museum somewhere. But I have every week from the Good Countdown on here, all of the notes that I ever did all season. And I'm pissed that I just did that because I had them in order. So I'm going to have to go through that again. But whoops. But they got real elaborate at the end. And then this is just the first week we did. I just literally highlighted my picks, and that was it. I didn't have any stats down on any of the games. And we evolved, man. We evolved every season.
Well, Syl, He comes with the knowledge with this stuff, dude.
Look at this shit, bro. I mean, when I tell you guys I'm prepping, like I'm really prepping. Like I'm doing research on these games, so I can give you guys an educated take, more educated than just my opinion, right? And my educated take on this is view the body of work that has been seen beforehand. And luckily enough, these two teams, the Seahawks and the 49ers, they're in the same division. So they played each other twice this year already. And each of those times, the 49ers won, and they were able to keep the Seahawks under 14 points for each of those games. Yeah. This is like the best, honestly, one of the best teams, if not the best team, the 49ers in the NFL, especially right now. With this backup, the third string backup, freaking Brock Purdy, man. They got lucky with him, I guess, because he's just killing it. He's very intelligent. He does what he needs to as far as being a quarterback. And
Brock Party.
Brock Party, dude. It's a Brock Party. Oh, come to the Brock Party. Yeah. So, the first time they played, the 49ers basically blew out the Seahawks. The first time I played, also, that's when Trey Lance went down, was week 2 was the first time I played. But then they played again week 15, and that game was a lot closer. That game ended 21-13, week 15. And it was a tough game for the Seahawks again, but they kept it closer, right? They kept the 49ers from scoring a crap ton of points too and blowing them out. Nick Bosa has got to be Defensive Player of the Year. He's first in sacks, and I feel like he's going to wreck Geno Smith all day today, bro. He played 16 games this season. He sat out 2 due to injury and rest. In 13 of those 16 games, he had at least 1 sack. He's a beast, bro. That is crazy. That is crazy. And I didn't even write down any stats on Christian McCaffrey, the running back that was traded over from the Panthers, and now he's just a crazy 49er. Like he's a different player with the 49ers with that running attack and the scheme and everything. CMC does wonders over there. So I could say a lot to say a little is that the 49ers are going to win this game. However, I'd like to see the Seahawks put up a fight at least.
An entertaining game.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised. For the audience. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is the first blowout we see this weekend.
Well, I mean, with the 49ers is playing as good as they are, dude. And the Seahawks barely above 500.
Yeah, dude.
Barely sneaking in. I mean, logically speaking, this is going to be a blowout. But you never know, because it's the playoffs, and, you know, maybe they get that fire and step it up a notch, and, you know, we have a game on our hands. And that's a lot of wishful thinking on, you know, that statement. But I am pretty sure the 49ers are going to handle this pretty easily.
Yeah, me too. As Israel says here, it's going to be raining and a windy game today. The only thing I would say about that is that at least neither of these teams are dome teams, but I'm not sure necessarily how much weather the Seahawks have faced all year when they've been playing. So that might be an issue for them. But we do know that the 49ers, and Syl can correct me if I'm wrong in the future, I'm pretty sure the 49ers got beat by the Bears earlier this season, and that was the monsoon game. I can be wrong. I don't remember who that was that they beat.
That does.
I think it was the 49ers, though, yeah.
Yeah, if Syl was here, he would know for sure.
So that's something to look at, Israel. Oh, and Israel could tell me if he was there, if he remembers, obviously, if that was the 49ers in that monsoon game. But yeah, and Money James is clowning on me. He's like, the way your season went, I don't want them notes.
Oh, damn.
Facts, dude. I can't even argue with that, bro. You're right. I don't even have the final records yet, but I obviously still won. I'm gonna get the final records so I can have them for tomorrow and at least know what happened. But yeah, I don't blame you for that comment, bro. Obviously, Syl won too, and I have Syl's records on those papers as well. So that'd be funny. If anybody wants them, let me know. Or maybe if you have an idea for me to do something with them, obviously let me know that too. Because I mean, I spent a lot of time, and it's kind of cool to see them all laid out against each other. See every week that I did. And you know, it's cool. It's cool to look at. For me, I'm one of those nerds. I like that type of shit. But we got 49ers picks in the chat. Israel and S-Dot, you're a 49ers fan too, man. It was week 1 game against the Bears. I remember all the way back in week 1. That's when they lost the monsoon.
Week 1, too. Wow.
Wow. I remember, dude. I remember.
49ers had their wake-up call early.
Yeah, that was one of the toughest games. Trey Lance played in that game. I mean, what a different team this 49ers team is now in this point in the season compared to week 1, man. Unreal.
Well, I always knew the 49ers. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a 49ers expert, but the way they rolled the Cowboys in the playoffs, it was, what was it, last year, right?
Last year, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it was a joke for the Cowboys. They looked terrible. The 49ers rolled them.
And that makes a good point, though. They did not have McCaffrey then. The only, man, if you can shut down McCaffrey, you have to make Brock Purdy beat you at that point. But even then, he still has the ability to do so. Like, he can beat you, you know? But if this is when the regular season doesn't matter. And I'll say this, I'll probably reiterate this tomorrow as well. But and it'll be more towards like a little subtle shot towards Syl, because he's his second team is the Colts. But growing up, I always watched young Tom Brady, and vet Peyton Manning go against each other. Or if not going against each other, I would just like watch the Colts in the playoff, because my dad was a Colts fan. And I watched my dad just like get pissed, like know what was going to happen, and have it happen with that like Peyton Manning happy feet. He's like, yo, this team is completely different from the regular season to the playoffs. They can't like transition over. And I'm very curious to see who is going to be that team this postseason, because unfortunately it just happens, dude. People aren't built for these moments, and you can't have a bad game. You can't just have a bad day. You have to show up. You have 3 hours to make the most of and be your very best. And if you
there's
don't,
no next week. That's
every week that you've played this season means absolutely nothing if you don't come up for those 3 hours. If you don't come up big, if you make a mistake, that's on you, man. And you fucked up the whole 18 weeks before this, 19 weeks, whatever it was, and include training camp. It's like half a year before this.
Yes,
the whole last half of 2022 was a waste if you can't make the most of this 3 hours today and tomorrow. And Israel says, as far as the 49ers goes, just got Debo back last week from injury too, so they're looking good. Debo's 100%, Kittles, etc. Nice. So we got the 49ers fans in the house. Shout out to you guys. Shout out for the 49er faithful for coming through and representing. We appreciate y'all, and we appreciate the love. I wish Mikey was here so he could be like, the 49ers are probably gonna win, but I want to see the Seahawks win.
You'd still be getting some snarky comments.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, last time they did this. Yeah, he would have some drop of knowledge on us. Remember when this happened? They're like, damn, Mikey, you're right. Fuck. How you gonna pull that little nugget for us? But
because if the Seahawks turn around and win this game, ouch, you're gonna be eating some crow.
Bro, if they win this game, I'll be so fucking surprised and also happy, because that takes them out of the playoffs. So my favorite team doesn't have to play them if they
knocks out one of the actual contenders. Yeah, not a paper contender.
That's a big part of this tournament is other teams matching up correctly to juggernaut teams that you didn't think were gonna be good. Say there's an upset this weekend, right? and you're like, damn, that team's gonna like the team to beat now. And then they go play a different team next week, and they can just lay a stinker on the field,
get destroyed. Like
just
that
because
team,
of the matchups.
and you know that's all they had in them was to beat that one juggernaut. You know, and
True.
trying to beat another juggernaut in a row. It's just you know,
It's crazy.
hard
It's
to do. Yeah,
Right. That's
hard
why
to do.
if you're playing good at this time of year, you gotta not look at it as a player. I assume they're telling themselves this, like, you gotta not look at it as we're going up against a juggernaut. A lot of the players and the coaches, and you'll hear this a lot this weekend, is that it's a new season. Right now is a new season. Everyone's 0-0. Like, don't look at the records, don't look at ours. But if you come up, play your best football, it doesn't matter what the record is, right? It doesn't matter who the best team is. What matters is who plays the best during the game. And
That's the fact of the situation. Who plays the best during the game? That's true.
You have a chance no matter what. And Brady said it earlier this week. He's like, I was on the best team for 18 games. And then I was still on the best team in that last game, but we didn't play the best that day, and that's why we lost. It's like, oh, bro, he still remembers the undefeated season and uses that as motivation. Like, crazy. So, with that being said, I think we both picked the 49ers. That's right.
Yeah, I'm going with 49ers.
Yeah. I'll be very intrigued, though, to see the Seahawks do well and make this a game. Because listen now, bro, we have a finite amount of NFL games left. I would say NFL Sundays. I would say NFL weekends because we're going to be on Saturdays and Sundays now. But
yeah,
finite amount, dude. Like 3 to 4 weeks left, not even. And you gotta enjoy this as an NFL fan. You gotta be like, man, this is it. Gotta watch the game just to watch it. And God forbid it's a stinker, dude. God forbid it's a shitty game that we have to watch. But it's because it's all we have. There's no red zone on today where you can just flip over to a better game. That's it.
Yeah.
This is it. So I want the Seahawks to put on, and I want it to be a good show so we all can have entertainment. And the entirety of the playoffs is exciting. It's not just, oh, this fucking 49ers came in today and they fucking whooped on the Seahawks. I don't want to see that. I want it to be an actual game and come down to the very end.
I mean, any team I think I got this right. Any team in the playoffs, all they have to do is win 4 games and you're a champ, right? That's the amount of games through the playoffs.
3. I think it's 3. It's 3 games besides the 2
playoff, the wild card weekend.
Wild card, divisional, and then conference.
Okay, so technically, the ones who get the bye week only have to win 3, so it's an easier. And in their mindset, I mean, I'm not saying it's easy, but in their mindset, you only got to win 3 games. And how many games did you play to get here? 17?
Right.
Just win 3 more and you're a champ. And in wild card teams, just 4 more and you're a champ. Wild card weekend. So if I was a player, that's how my mindset would be. I wouldn't be like, who am I playing? I just got to win, these short amount of games, and we're the champs.
Just a couple. That's my favorite saying to say. I always say it like a Southerner. Just a couple 2 tree more. Just a couple 2 tree. That's all we need.
There you go.
That's all you need, bro. And yeah, that's a great point. And I'm sure that there's a lot of people who are playing now that are stressing that to themselves and their teammates, if not the coaches, stressing it to the players, because that's all it comes down to. The very couple of games, couple of plays. And if you're a professional, right, if you treat this like a job and you know how to do it, you've come prepared every single day this season, every week this season, you should feel confident in what you're about to do. And you
made it. You're in.
Right. You made it. You earned it. Oh, my dog's going off. He's like, who made it?
He's all hyping himself up for the Bucks.
Well, save it for Monday, homie. Jeez.
He's already partying.
He's like, all right, move on to the next game already. Okay, dude. All right. So next game today. Next game. Chargers 10-7 versus the AFC South. And I'm gonna congrats to Syl ABDUL for calling that earlier this season.
He did. That's right.
He called it week 4. He called
Props
it.
to Syl.
Good job, Syl. And I clowned him for like 6 weeks after that because I was like, bro, really? You think these are the... Well, it'll be a miracle. But it wasn't a miracle. He knew exactly what he was talking about. The biggest test today is which one of these young quarterbacks, Chargers versus Jaguars. I don't know if I said the Jaguars, but which one of these young quarterbacks can come up big today? Which one of these young quarterbacks is not going to make mistakes? Is going to be clutch? Is going to be consistent? Now, let me read you some stats. Trevor Lawrence, this season, 25 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 95.2 QBR. Pretty good. Pretty fucking good. Also,
but what are those numbers in the second half of the season?
That's the whole season. That's the whole season. That's for the entirety of the season. And then, so 25 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 95 QBR. Justin Herbert, 25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 93 QBR. So basically same numbers, same performance all season, kind of up and down, but consistently good when they need it to be. And Trevor Lawrence, I think, has more upside than Justin Herbert.
I agree.
But Justin Herbert is more of that blue collar, go to work, I don't give a fuck who you are and like where our numbers are on whatever depth chart. Like play me now, play me right here on this field, and let's show up and let's see how it goes. I feel like Herbert's more that guy. However, I feel like the Jags as a team are more faded this season and they got more mojo. They're coming off a five game winning streak, the Jaguars. And a lot of those games are close bouts, tried and tested.
Had to win them. Had to win them at the end, yeah.
They're at home today, not to mention. And the Chargers got to travel 3 hours across the country to play today. They just played on Sunday, and now they're playing today on Saturday. So 1 day less of rest. And you're like, well, what about the Jags played last Saturday? So it's regular for them. They're ready to go. They literally did this last week. They played last Saturday night. The Jaguars did. So
were they at home too?
I believe so. I believe so. Yeah.
They got some rest on their hands.
And you think Duval, the people of Duval, Jacksonville, aren't fucking ready to go, dude? They haven't had a playoff game since 2015. When Blake Bortles was their quarterback, bro. What the fuck? Who's that? Who's that? Probably selling a shirt somewhere. But I'm picking the Jags today. They might look like the underdog on this screen as far as records go, but I think they got more swag at home today in the Duval. And also, this is kind of like another win for Uche, so keep the ride going as far as that goes. And that's my take on this game. Who do you think's going to win tonight, I should say, LA Chargers versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, man?
Man, I got to go with the Jags as well. It's just, I'm on the Trevor train, dude. I mean, the dude's been kicking ass.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I can't make a good call on the Chargers because I haven't seen them much.
That's fair.
But, they got to, I mean, they're in the tournament, so they're good. But, what I'm going to base on is how I saw Trevor dissect the Cowboys in that overtime. We should have, we had that game won. We should have won. Of course, we won't go into all the details of Zach. We were talking about Dak. Dak and his, pick six insanity that's been going on. But Trevor, man, what I saw in that game, he was steadfast coming back and won that damn thing for him. So, and they're hot going into the postseason, dude. So I'm gonna go with the Jags.
No better time to be hot than right now, dude. With that 5-game win streak. And one of the things that's everyone like says it now, like they know it's like part of football, like knowledge. But when it was first said, it hit people like, oh damn, that's real. Which is the real time the NFL season starts is after Thanksgiving. And if you go back 5 games for this Jaguars, that's when they started playing and started winning these games and went on this win streak was after Thanksgiving.
Good point.
So just keep an eye on those Jags, man. They're winning at the right time, and they're streaking at the right time. And man, I love getting good takes from the chat, just like this. But from S. He says, I thought I was sold on the Jaguars, but with Trevor having as many fumbles as he has had in the last 4 to 5 games, and the Chargers defense stepping up finally, I'm in flux. And that's a great point, man. That's a great point. Now let me put another point on you, S. and Necron, my co-host here on this show, and I appreciate you being here again. One of the X factors today is going to be the Jags defense against the Chargers passing attack. Now, they got Mike Williams, they got Keenan Allen, they got Austin Eckler, they got what's this guy's name? Gerald Everett is their tight end. Big number 7. Big boy number 7 on the Chargers. They have a lot of options to throw it to, but in this game against this defense of the Jaguars defense, their pass defense is holding wide receivers to just a 90 rating. And in comparison to where against tight ends, they're like the worst in the fucking league as far as that goes. What did I see in here? Yeah, they're great. And they're also great against passing defense against running backs. So you're going to be looking, one of the biggest threats for Herbert is Austin Eckler out of the backfield. And, you know, he's a beast himself, Austin Eckler. That is what you're going to be looking at, is to see how the Jags defense can stop Austin Eckler and if they can stop the other threats, because of them being so bad against tight ends. Look for that big number 7 in white, dude, or powder blue, whatever they're playing in tonight. But that big number 7, Gerald Everett, freaking tank. Justin Herbert down the seam. That's probably what we're going to see a lot tonight. But with that being said, Jags defense also 3rd in pressure in the NFL, if you didn't realize that.
Oh, damn. 3rd
in pressure on the quarterback. Dude. They sacked Dobbs last week a bunch, and they blitz 26.3% of the time. So almost a third of the defensive downs, they're blitzing at you, and they're bringing pressure, and they're taking it home. So part of that is I feel like that's good coaching. It's a Super Bowl head coach. I can't forget his name. Is it Doug Peterson? I believe his name is.
I think so.
And so you got to think about it as well. What's the coaching like in this game? Doug Peterson versus a young first-year head coach who's never been to the playoffs. And I can't even remember the Chargers head coach's name right now.
I have no clue.
And forgive me for that, because it's not coming up in my head. I think, you know, the Jags, the defense is going to be tested, but if they can take care of business on defense, you don't have to worry about Trevor Lawrence stepping up on the offensive side, because one way or another, he's going to find a way to get it done. And that's like, no matter what this season, he's done that. If he's getting stopped, that eventually he's going to find a way to get a little bit of a glimpse on you somewhere. Oh, let me hit it to ETN. Let me hit it over here to, I forget the guy's name now, Garrett, I believe, or Jarrett or something like that. They have a lot. Oh, Folk. Someone correct me. Where's Super Bowl Corey when I need it? He knows the wide receiver's name on the Jaguars, but he's been playing really good.
Where's Super Bro? Probably working.
Yeah, probably working. This game could go any way, right? Yeah, this should be.
That's why I see a lot of that in the chat. Where no one's expecting a blowout, is what I'm seeing.
Look at
a tight game.
Peterson kills Chargers coach. Yeah, we don't know who he is either, bro. we just a Chargers coach. He's like the default Madden coach. When they back in the day, yeah. Who's this random ass white guy they got here? That's not the coach. And Lawrence is taking the next step. This is what I will see, man. We'll see if Herbert outplays Lawrence, or if Lawrence continues to be consistent like he has for the remainder of this regular season. It's a 50-50 game. You're right, Israel.
But that, that's kind of fun. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a funny take too, 50-50. It's fun too, just to watch two, young upcoming quarterbacks go at it in a playoff game. You're watching the future of the league unfold before your eyes right here. So I always like enjoy those games too. Like it's like your future big stars. Here they are.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about it like that. Yeah, this is like the future of the NFL right here. For a lot of young kids, I'm sure they're watching this game like, oh man, these are the these are the quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah.
And little do they know, these guys have only been in the league for like 3 years. Oh, and that's one thing I did want to mention about Justin Herbert, a cool little accolade. He has the most passing yards through his, a quarterback's first 3 seasons in NFL history. Justin Herbert.
Damn.
That's cool. Yeah, man. That's cool. That's a cool little accolade. Beat Patrick Mahomes, like all of the new quarterbacks of today. Brady and all of the old quarterbacks, they had more running games back then, so they weren't passing as much. So, but still very cool for Justin Herbert to be making history his first 3 seasons. Unfortunately, I just don't think they make history tonight, and I think the Jags get the win at home. And they better fucking win at home tonight. There's gonna be anarchy in Jacksonville, dude. Oh my god, they're gonna be crazy.
Know. You're a Floridian.
Yeah, dude. I know. They get wild up there near the Panhandle, dude. They catch them early and bask in the moment. Absolutely, that's a great way to put this tonight. Just enjoy it. If you don't have a favorite for either one of these teams, just put it on and enjoy it, because these are the next talent of the NFL, and they can do things that some other quarterbacks can't do just because of how young they are and how much juice they got for being in like their first playoff games.
Like for me, I have no stakes in this game,
Yeah.
So I can just sit back and enjoy it for what it is, That's sometimes fun because you're not stressed out watching it,
Oh my goodness.
I know that's all part of the fun too, but it's a different type of fun, right? When you get to watch, 2 good teams who, you're not like, a fan, like a big fan of, just like get to watch who's the better team, win the game. Yeah, I enjoy games like that as well. It doesn't always have to be my team, playing that I have to watch. Yeah.
Because that's when you don't have to, when you can literally just watch it as a fan and not somebody who has anything invested in it, right? Because when your team's losing during a game, not only are you heartbroken that that's happening, but you're also thinking about like, man, this is gonna be a shitty week now. My whole week is gonna be shitty because they're losing.
That sucks. We let it affect us that much. Like, man, it's gonna put me in a bad fucking mood.
It is though. I don't shy away from that, because you just gotta feel your feelings and then by Tuesday I'll let it go. But
it's out of your system by then.
Yeah.
When the Cowboys lost to the Packers when we should have won, I was punching my sofa so much. And it's my sofa, right? So it's nothing dangerous.
No, you gotta do that.
I still hurt my hand. I was like, damn it. I fucking hurt it. And I thought I was hitting it where I wouldn't hurt it, but I was like, oh.
I thought that was the cushion. Fuck.
That's why I'm hitting a cushion.
Hey, I've been there, bro. I've absolutely been there. I've absolutely been there.
Damn you, Roger.
Speaking of
which, I'll probably be punching the sofa. Yeah.
Either one of us will be punching the sofa today, dude. Or tomorrow. Not tomorrow, even. Monday night. This is the first time I've had to wait till a Monday night for a playoff game. I don't know why they're doing this, to be honest. Maybe just because they have that option.
They want that ratings, man. Shit.
They want that ratings. And hey.
Money.
Guess what, though? That just goes to show you the most highly anticipated matchup this weekend. They saved the best for last, bro. It's this game. It is 2 of the biggest names in sports, the Cowboys and Brady.
Well, the way I see it, the Cowboys is the team, the brand, the team brand, Dallas Cowboys, America's team. People can argue that, but the sales back it up. But then you have Brady, the name, the person, like he's a brand name, not a team brand, which is the biggest name in the NFL in my eyes, Tom Brady. So, I mean, it's a freaking super, that's where those words are kind of super duper spectacular, game, you got America's team against America's player, basically.
Damn. That's a good way to put that. Yeah. He's like the all-American quarterback, dude. I mean, that's Tom Brady, like and I feel like if you were real with yourself, a lot of men, and older men at that, probably found more things to be related with Tom Brady when he got this divorce. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. Yep.
There's tons of older men who had unfortunately had to go through divorce and got no credit for how they acted during it, and like just held their own. Like he had to show up for work every day. People have to keep going and living their lives every day, and pushing that shit down while just handling the business side of it and like the legal side of it. I'm sure it was one of the toughest things to deal with emotionally, just as a human, right? Not to mention you're one of the biggest stars in the world.
I mean, everybody knows your business.
Right. And it wasn't the off season, right? He couldn't hide. He had scheduled media time every week. It's like, all right, dude, Tom Brady, go in front of the fucking, use the microphone. Go ahead. Like, what do you got to say about your divorce, bro?
Like, really?
Yeah, dude.
It sucks. What do you want me to say?
Right. He's like, I got a lot of shit going on. I'm 45 years old.
And I'm trying to win a damn game every week, Good
and
Lord.
People are giving him shit and saying like, oh, Tom Brady fell off and Tom Brady blah, blah, blah. He missed his throw. Him and Mike Evans. I waited for it all season. I didn't know I was going to have to wait till week 17 to see it. But finally, when it matters most in the quote unquote the division championship game against the Panthers, they fucking went off. Tom Brady, when he has time, see, people don't realize this. He's been missing his all-pro center all year. And then his all-pro left tackle got injured. And his other all-pro right guard.
They've been banged up. I will admit that.
Their offensive line has been a shell of themselves all year. So Tom Brady's had to get the ball out faster. He hasn't had time to literally just set his feet in the pocket and just chuck one back. He finally had that time week 17. You saw him get time in the pocket, and that's when he was able to make those plays. Now, who is probably nobody knows yet because they're keeping it a secret, the Bucs organization. Who may be coming back Monday night? That all-pro center, Ryan Jensen. He's been
man, I thought you were going to say Gronk. I was like, what?
No.
Okay.
Back. No. We don't even need Gronk, in my opinion. We got K-Dot and then Keeft. We just got to keep Cameron Braid off the fucking field because he's small, dude. He is a small tight end. And okay, if you can block, that's fine. But let's not have you out there in passing downs because you fucking suck. But anyways, love you, Cameron Braid. That's just how I feel about that. I do want to, before we go any further, let me shut up. And let me go ahead and get your take as to how you're feeling about this game. I know you've probably listened to other sports analysts on shows, on networks, and you've heard some narratives this week as far as like how this game is going to go and how the Cowboys are looking. So I want to hear your take on those as well. So go ahead. The floor is yours.
All right.
What do you think is going to happen Monday night, my friend?
I mean, Cowboys have every motivational reason to win this game. One, they lost to him in the beginning of the season. They knocked them out, They can never, well, honestly, they can't beat Brady. This would be a big, Cowboys dropped the ball against Green Bay. They had that moment to exercise that demon, and get, beat Brady. I mean, not Brady, Rodgers. So here's another chance, not just to win a playoff game, but to what this would do for my team's psyche if they could knock out, Tom Brady and the Bucs. What that would just do for them.
Oh my God!
So yeah. Saying all that, realistically, the Cowboys they're floundering into the playoffs. Now, if I was talking about the team of like weeks, 2, 3, 4, whatever, Cowboys were just on a rampage, I'd be, we're going to kill them, we're going to roll them and all that. And then my fan mind would just be going nuts, with it. But realistically, we came in, dude, we've been laying eggs for a team with that much talent and how good we can be. We're not coming in strong. But this is like a new season. There's a chance for them to kick it back up and show, you know, the world who they can be, who they are capable of being again. I don't know. Micah was injured, and they're downplaying it because you saw it yourself. Everybody saw it. He's a shell of what he was at the beginning of the season. You know, and I'm sure teams have adjusted too, and that's on him and his coaching staff to find a way to work around those adjustments. Because this guy should be a terror. If he gets a sack or two on Brady, what that does to Brady with his game and psyche.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of the Cowboys secondary. They seem to get chewed up pretty easily, so it's going to have to be the front defense, the control, the defensive tempo of the game for them. I don't see the secondary. If they let Brady start just gunslinging it all day, we're going to be in trouble, is how I see it. If we can get them with sacks and keep that pressure on, then we're going to be in a great position. And I saw some comments about Zach being the 12th man on the Bucs defense, and that's hilarious. Because here you go, pick six every time.
That's unfortunate, bro. It's unfortunate.
Like, what are you doing, bro? You are giving them a pick six right at the beginning of the game. Already, it's an uphill battle, and you did it to yourself. Dude. On the same exact routes and throws every time. Can we just not do that?
Let's throw that play out. All right, let's throw that.
Or how about we throw that play? We throw that play in when we're not in the other team's end zone.
Right.
So it's just an easy pick six for them. They only got to run 20, 15 yards and never got a touchdown.
Go on, yeah.
Dude. It's not working. Point. Stop doing that play. Whatever that fucking play is, throw it out for until you're past the 50-yard line.
Right,
something.
Right. We've been saying a lot. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if it's broke, fucking fix it.
You gotta fix it. You gotta address it because it's costing you games. But I'm all about the Cowboys anyway. I don't. I know the only way they'll lose this game is they beat themselves. How's that?
That's fair.
I'm going for the Cowboys. I ain't gonna fucking go, even logically speaking, we're a loaded team. We should win this game. This is ridiculous, man.
I didn't expect you to go with the Bucs, bro. So I'm glad you.
No, I know you wouldn't have either. But yeah, I'm going with the Cowboys for sure.
If you didn't, I don't know if you saw my face during that. I was just reading the comments, bro, and I'm sorry, Necron, but I think we know exactly what's gonna happen now.
Oh, thanks.
I'm sorry, bro.
Well, I ain't betting money on this game.
The curse is real, dude. Much love to you, JT. Thank you for coming through. Thank you, Super Bro, for being here, man. We
dude,
you.
JT and S. They're bringing great comments in here, man. Money James, all of them, dude.
Bro, this is the football.
Look at that.
Dak has the
most interceptions and played 5 less games. Ouch. What is going on, bro? Stop.
Most sense, 10, and that's not even close. Who comes in second? Wow, dude, that's crazy. Yeah. He has played 5 less games this season, was out, and still has the most interceptions in the league, which is no bueno. Domain's also here. Appreciate you being here, DC Talk. JT's picking the Bucs, bro. You never know. So here's the thing about my opinions on this game. And thank you, by the way, for your take. I definitely wanted to hear what a Cowboys fan has been feeling this week. And you're not like an irrational Cowboys fan either. Like, you're aware that they got some issues right now. I'm not an irrational Bucs fan either. I'm aware they got some issues as well too. However, the last game they had a full game of playing, it seems like they've been figuring some shit out, right? And the success that they had against the Panthers was specifically against man defense, cover 1. And that's what the Cowboys play a lot of. That's what you said, though. Your team is a good team. You're stacked. And Mike Evans said this. He was asked to evaluate the Cowboys defense in a press conference. And he says, they're simple. They just they line up in front of you and they say,
"Oh,
okay,
yeah,
you got to beat us." And he wasn't he's very matter of fact. He wasn't like throwing shots at him. It's just
It
like,
wasn't shade, but I
I
can see how
watched
people
it,
are going to
yeah.
try to, yeah. for sure.
Yeah. So before anyone can contort that, let us stop that, because Mike Evans is just a football player who's very intellectual. He knows exactly what he's saying because he's been playing in the league for 9 years. When he's saying a defense is simple, he's just saying there's not a lot of exotic pressures. It's not very complicated. They line up in front of you, and if you can't beat their man, you're not going to beat them because they're just going to beat you. And that's like a big dog beats little dog kind of mentality. Is like, yo, you got to, if you beat us, okay, but we don't think you're going to beat us. I think.
Well,
go ahead.
No, it's a, what, how can I say it? Like a meat and potatoes defense. And sometimes meat and potatoes taste delicious, but it's nothing. Nothing like you're saying. It's nothing exotic in there. It's just it gets the job done.
Right, bro. Esta, you better shut up with that shit, bro. Eli, his daddy and whatnot. Come on, bro. Let's be honest. Okay, Eli beat him twice. All right, I'll give you respect, but don't be disrespectful to Tom Brady in the chat, because I know you're a homie, but I'll boot you real quick. All right, I'll boot you real quick.
he will not have Tom Brady blasphemy.
Yeah, Eli barely fucking won both of those games, but I digress. If I have to catch a football on my head in order to fucking beat the GOAT, I guess I'm really using every fucking magic power I got. But anyways, we're not going to talk about the past because we're here to talk about the future, which is Monday night. And I think it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a close game, and it's going to come down to who makes the least amount of mental errors, who has the least amount of flags, and who can play the closest to a perfect game. Now, that means running attack. That means balanced offense, and that means being able to get off the field on third down. And each of these teams has a great defense. However, the Bucs are coming in a lot healthier than the Cowboys defense is. And the Cowboys, they kind of have like a musical chairs in the secondary for the last part of this season. It's just like literally Mike Evans, when he was evaluating the defense, he called one of the guys 26 because he had no idea what the fuck his name was. Yeah, 26 is pretty good. Like, couldn't even remember his name.
It is what it is, man. Bro, even like last week, the Bucs were already working on playing the Cowboys. That game last Sunday didn't even. It was just like, hey, let's go out and just do some snaps, but let's focus on the Cowboys. That's how I saw that game. They lost last week.
I turned that game off. Yeah, I turned that game as soon as Brady went out of the game. I was like, all right, cool.
They're ready for the playoffs.
Right. And I will say about that as well is that Blaine Gabbert, our backup, did go in and sling it a couple times. Definitely, he's not the caliber of Tom Brady for sure, but with the backups in, he still was able to go down the field and score a touchdown, which I thought was pretty cool. What were you going to say, though?
No, and seeing the difference was the Cowboys were, at that moment could have won their division. No one knew what was going on.
Yeah. What were you playing for?
Where was your heart, guys? What is going on?
Did you leave it in the locker room? What the fuck was that all about?
Do you not want to win the division and not want to have a week off? Because, I don't care what people say. That's one less game to lose, in my opinion, that you don't have to worry about.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, not even that though. Home field, dude.
Yeah.
Home field
that matters.
And Dallas? You're telling me you guys don't want that type of juice? Like, come on. That's why I was like very surprised watching Washington just fucking walk all over the Dallas Cowboys. And everyone's like, both of these teams have lost last week, except y'all lost with your starters in, bro.
I know.
Like,
it
what
pissed
the
me
fuck?
off.
So
did not show up. I mean, our coach terrifies me. So
yeah.
Hopefully,
I wanted to say, I would be more worried this game if Cooper Rush was playing.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's not. He's like we talked about that before, man. Cooper Rush is going to play a conservative football game. He's not going to play outside of himself. He knows his limitations. He's not going to go, I mean, if I do this hero ball move, he doesn't play like that. He knows he's learned his limitations. And with the offense the Cowboys have, I mean, what he go 4-1 or 3-1? I forgot exactly, but
I believe it was 4-1. Yeah, because Dak was out 5 games, so it was 4-1. Yep.
Yeah, and that's when the Cowboys were rolling, right?
I'm just gonna say, dude, I'm more worried with him as a quarterback. They should have just kept him as a quarterback and let Dak be off the field. It's a classic Carson Wentz, Nick Foles situation, bro. Let the dude who's a hard worker.
You're paying Dax all this money. Can you justify benching him?
Make it a tax write-off, Jerry. I don't know what to tell you.
I think Jerry, all them rich guys know how to do all that shit, so they can figure it out.
They should have figured it out that way. But when it comes down to everything in football is kind of momentum, which is funny because a lot of football is just. All right, go. Like that's what a lot of football is. Just you got to be super still for a lot of it. Just okay, go.
Boom.
Yeah. And then it's like, whatever it is, the 30 seconds that play may take, or a minute, or whatever it is. But a lot of it is just waiting. So it's funny to say that football is all about momentum because there's a lot of it that's stopping.
Only when there is momentum.
Yeah, right. But it's very true. It is all about momentum and how are you playing at this time of the season? That's why we just picked the Jaguars because they're on a 5-game winning streak. They're rolling at the best time of the season.
It matters.
It matters,
tough.
dude.
Matters. Yeah.
It matters.
How are you feeling about yourselves and how are you performing going into this?
And the Cowboys, unfortunately, like I know as a football player, as quarterbacks, you got to forget the last play and yada 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 yada, whatever. I can guarantee you the Buccaneers are thinking about that last game they had against the Panthers and how good they played and trying to re-emulate that now. And I can guarantee you the Cowboys are thinking about the last game they played and how they all went out and laid an egg on the field. Now, whether that motivates them will remain to be seen on Monday night. Is it going to motivate you, or are you going to just fall back into the hole and like
what team is showing up? Yeah,
exactly. And who are you going to be on Monday night? That will go a long way to figuring out how this game is going to play out. But as in all the games that I've said, and we've talked about the two other games, and we always say, but specifically for the playoffs, specifically because the marquee of this game and how big it is with the storylines and everything.
Oh yeah, it's super.
Bro, I just want it to be close. I just want it to be a good game. That's all I want. And obviously,
I think we're gonna get that.
Yeah.
And if we don't, what a disappointment on either team who lets that happen. That we don't, you don't give this team to the fans. I mean, you give a great game to the fans. Yeah, absolutely. And because everybody's gonna be watching that, right? Yeah,
everybody's games are gonna be over with, and they're gonna be either rooting for or against the Cowboys, or and against the Tom Brady. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Cowboys, it's 50-50. Either you love them or you hate them. There is they're cool.
Same thing with Brady, bro.
Yeah,
same thing
that's true.
And if you hate them, you really fucking hate them.
Yes, sir.
And that's why people like me exist, because you make me laugh. If you hate Tom Brady still to this day, he's still a problem for you. You got more things that are wrong with your life than anybody else ever will. Get over that shit if Tom Brady's still a problem for you in your life, because he ain't going anywhere anytime soon. Just saying. And JT's like, yep, hate him. Yeah.
No, that's honest though, right?
Yeah. I can't. I'm not faulting you for your opinions either, but I'm just saying, 23 years, you still mad at Tom Brady? Like, you got bigger shit to work on, my friend. Go to therapy. That's all I can say about that. If you still mad at Tom Brady for something that he did to you. But with that being said, man, that's the end of today's countdown. We appreciate everybody coming through. And if you're looking for the rest of these games, well, I got the rest of these games. and we can take a little quick gander here while we're up. Now, we already talked about this. Like, what games are we looking forward to most besides the Cowboys-Buccaneers games on Monday night? I'm looking forward to seeing tomorrow how the Giants versus the Vikings game plays out, because I think that's going to be an interesting way. It can go either way, dude. Either Kirk Cousins is going to show up, or White Vic is going to show up and go crazy for the Giants. And I know we already picked that, but quick pick for our Giants fans in the chat. Who do you think's going to win this Giants versus Vikings tomorrow?
Dude, Giants are always tough, dude. This is when it matters. So, and I just like the Giants, even though they're a division rival. I always respected them, and Minnesota just hasn't. Even though they always have these great records, they just don't seem to have it in them. So I'm gonna go with the G-men, dude. I'm going Giants.
Nice. We're pesky, he goes. JT likes the White Vic. Yo, every time I say that, Syl is somewhere right now. I'm like, yo, come on, bro. Stop using that name, bro.
It's funny.
That's so funny. Yeah. That's not, you get it. You get it now, bro. I said it so quick, you didn't realize. You're like, what? And I'm
like Austin.
I'm actually with Money Train today. I think after seeing what the Lions kind of laid down at the end of the season, or not the Lions, I apologize. Not the Lions. I'm thinking of Money James. I'm thinking about the Lions. After the way the Giants laid down at the end of the season, and I know they rested their players last week. That's all good and fine. Your backups looked like absolute trash. So if anyone goes down in this game for the Giants, like, who you got after that? I think it'll be a close game. I think the fact, though, that the Vikings are at home is what gives them the edge. And the last time they had a miracle was at home. They might need another miracle again to beat Saquon Barkley and to beat this Giants defense. But I think the Vikings ultimately do pull it out. And maybe that's just part of me listening and reading these Giants fans' comments in this chat, why I picked the Vikings. But that's just up to you guys and to see how that game goes tomorrow. The Giants offense had probably their best output against the Vikings, over 425 yards in offense. That's dope. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. The Vikings defense isn't great, so that's where they have the issue. Much love, Necron. My hate for the Cowgirls exceeds any other team. Third string. Okay, third string. My bad, bro. My bad. Third string. Okay.
Third string.
They beat the Giants in a late interception, fumbled by Bellinger, missed field goal. Hey, man, it all comes down to the end. Who's going to be clutch?
Execution, too.
Yeah. Who's going to be clutch? And the Vikes are 11-0 in close games, bro. They almost got beat by the Colts, so there's that all as well. Mm-hmm. Again, though, they're at home. That stadium is dope, especially in the winter. It's like a mecca because it's so fucking cold in Minnesota. That place is nice, warm, and heated, so everyone can get together, take their jackets off, be real humans. So I think they'll be ready. I think they'll be ready out there in Minnesota.
You're not in that Arctic air freezing.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy, bro. Crazy.
Yeah. Big difference.
So this is the road to the Super Bowl. Starts here, day one, the good countdown. And like I said, tomorrow will be day 2. Will be regular co-host ABDUL and Necron. I am doing a watch along on Monday night. I don't know if you want to join me. That is up to you, because you might either one of us might be getting fucking heated because it's the playoffs. But I know I respect you immensely. So as if any Cowboys fan is gonna be on my show to watch the game with me, I want it to be you if you're available on Monday night, my friend.
I'll probably peep in. Maybe towards the end I can peep in.
Okay.
Especially if we're winning. That's good.
If you're winning, just do me a favor. Don't come in and like talk trash, because then I'll get pissed off, bro.
I know it is emotional at the moment.
Don't come and talk trash, bro. Like, damn, I'm even having you on the show.
I just told you, Brady's a punk bitch.
Fucking Brady's up. I'm like, all right, bro. We're shutting the stream down.
And from studio.
The host kicked you out of the show. What the fuck?
You are not allowed back in. Hey, man. That's probably what happened. Yes, sir.
Exactly, dude. But with all that being said, man, we're looking forward to this fucking game. Obviously, Monday night that we have here on this show.
That's the Super Bowl matchup.
It might as well be the Super Bowl. It's Super Wildcard Weekend.
Super duper.
Wild card weekend. The wild card weekend. And it goes down. It all comes down to Monday night in Tampa Bay. And man, am I excited for that. I'm excited for this whole slate of games. And I'm excited to share all these moments with everybody in Syl Nation, the Cool Table family, man. This is where memories are made this time of year. It's where legends are made. And I'm just happy to be able to share my fandom with everybody else and have a place for other people to share their fandom with us as well. So,
yes, sir.
I can appreciate you being here more, Necron. Is there anything else?
Thank you.
What else we got coming up for you? Do you have anything coming up? And what are you looking forward to most of these playoffs?
Oh yeah, well the playoffs, of course. I'm looking for the Cowboys to finally live up to the title, America's team. Come on, you can't be America's team if you keep getting bounced in the first round. So I would love to see that. That's what I want to see. Them finally have a deep playoff run. I'm not gonna say, oh, Super Bowl bound and this and that. Just have a deep playoff run, dude. That would be a great thing for them to do.
Just do something more than the first round.
Yeah, don't have great seasons and flounder once you're in the playoffs and get booted in the first round. That's not a good look. Oh, and well, I do want to. I'm gonna promote the show we did last night on my channel. Was really good, dude.
That was fun.
If anyone out there didn't watch it, I would suggest watch the replay. We talked about Zack Snyder's 300, and we also talked about I was gonna say still Mikey's because they're getting so popular. No, it's Sky and Leon's hashtags. There you go, right there. So Zack Snyder's Justice League to Netflix and still Snyderverse to Netflix, and we had the fantastic Retro Nerd Girls take on these on the channel as well. So it was a great conversation. I would say just go back to my channel and watch it, man.
Yeah, dude, it was.
And the Cool Table, whole Cool Table showed up.
The whole Cool Table was on Necron's channel. For once, the first time actually, the history making show, and a lot
I
of
even
us
got the porn bots. Remember?
Yeah, dude, it was we made history.
Milestone achievement.
Milestones, achievement unlocked. Anyways, a lot of us actually 300 is a very big moment in our lives because of when it came out, the story that it was. How brutal it was, how real it was, how savage it was, and how we were able to take certain moments in the movie and parallel them with our lives. And that stream last night, man, we each and every one of us. I listened to my own story back, but I also went.
That was a great story.
Thank you.
Made sense.
Leon and Sky also had their own stories, as well as Retro, and how 300 affected them, with them being veterans, and also just how it affected them in their lives and what they pull from. So great idea by you with the 300 stream, first of all, and then to bring Retro on to have her little tidbits about the movie, because she's very thorough and very observant, and she knows all these little facts. So I kept trying to bounce questions off of her because I was like, what does she know? I know she knows stuff she's not saying.
Yeah, because if you ever watched, been to her channel and she does a movie reviews, that's just more than a review.
My God,
we're going in depth background information. It's fantastic stuff. Oh, there she is in the chat.
She showed up. I was not even looking at the chat. She's here. She's chilling. She's like, oh yeah, last night's stream was fire. I forgot. Yeah. She was here at the beginning of the stream. Yo, Retro, did you take a nap this whole stream? I'll be honest. It's okay if you took a nap because I know you gotta be tired. She gotta be tired, bro. Yeah, 300 is dope.
I get the feeling Retro's a night owl, though. I think that's what I think. I think she seems to be a night owl.
JT he's the vintage New Yorker, dude. I'm upstate boy, so we're like, I have that NY pedigree, but man, the city is just different. And so is upstate, man. But yeah, I love everybody from New York who's coming through here. It shows love, obviously. And we got the community over here that's been coming back for the good countdown and for the football. it's fun because they get more active in all of the other streams. They're like, oh shit, they recognize, we know you guys, yeah. So come over in the other streams, and we saw everybody last night come through to support the 300 stream. And if you didn't watch it, man, go watch it because you learn more about each and every one of us, personal stories, and you get more, info on the cool table, who we are as people. And then, like you said, we talk about the hashtag some more, and we also get Retro's thoughts on the hashtag because we've all been on streams talking about things and on spaces.
Yeah.
But we haven't heard Retro's thoughts on anything that's been going on, and I really enjoyed her take. Yeah, and if you need to, if you want to just hear that, fast forward to like the last half hour of the stream, and I gave her a question, and she just ran with it and went off on this beautiful speech about this whole movement, and she really encapsulated it well. So if you're not, go ahead.
By the end of the speech, you want to go, oh,
yeah.
Oh,
like, God damn, Retro! Did not know you were gonna hit us like that. But absolutely, we got to give credit where it's due, Retro. So thank you for being here, obviously, and thanks for coming through last night. It was a lot of fun. But with that being said, man, hashtag this shit. If you're bored, if you got nothing to do, if you're not watching football, the games don't start for another couple hours, and there's only 2 games on tonight. I'm not sure if there's gonna be a Skywalker stream tonight. I'm assuming there will be. Our homie Necron will be at a show, so Necron has fun at the show. Good luck.
Be out of action.
Make sure you rip some guitar strings as always. I assume you're gonna shred as you usually do. So Necron will be a little bit busy.
That's my business. I have to shred.
I just shred, motherfucker. But I appreciate you being here, bro. I appreciate every special edition we have. You pretty much make the roster, so I appreciate you coming through and giving your takes and spending your time with me, man.
Always fun to talk with you about some football, bro.
Absolutely. And hopefully you can come back next week, no matter what happens with this Monday night game, because we still need your takes.
Hopefully you can come back from this Monday night.
Imagine I stopped streaming for the rest of the season, bro. I could never.
Stream's canceled.
The good countdown is over.
See you next year. Bam.
I'll be so we're not doing that. And even after the NFL season, XFL starts up right after. So.
Oh yeah, we gotta get into the XFL. I got a team too.
I'm gonna be Orlando's my team. The Renegades. They're my team.
What is mine called? The
Brahmins.
Brahmins. Yeah, I was gonna say the Brahas.
The Brahmins. Yeah, the Brahms. That's the Brahmins. Yeah.
The Brahmins.
I think it's a snake. I think it's a type of snake. That's what it is. But yeah, dude. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate everybody in the chat being here. And we all hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll be back tomorrow with Syl if you guys want to come through and talk about the rest of the games on the slate for Sunday. And we'll talk again about Monday. We'll get Syl's pick for Monday night. And we'll cap off this Wildcard Weekend Monday evening with a live watch along. So if you're not, make sure over below, it's actually over there by Necron, over below Necron, there's a subscribe button. Hit that button for me, and then go over on the other side over here below me and hit that like button for me so we can get more people here. More the merrier. The more comments, the more activity we get, the better off we are with everything we do.
Yes,
so we appreciate everyone's support. We do it for y'all, and we do it for us, and we do it to have fun. And like I said, man, this stream isn't anything without everybody else, and it's definitely not anything if I don't have my good friend here, Necron, on the stream. So thanks again, man. Thanks again, man. I appreciate you, and good luck on Monday night. Hopefully I'll be seeing you. We'll be talking tomorrow, obviously, and tonight.
Obviously, yeah.
As far as the stream goes, good luck to you, man. I know it's going to be a good game. And no, there's no ill will between us, which is why I enjoy having your takes on here.
Thank you.
And having you on in general, man. The elder statesman really gives us that positivity here that we need. And sometimes you tell people to shove it where the sun don't shine, which is also good.
Sometimes they need to hear it, you know.
But anything else from you, Necron, before we go?
Nah, I'm good. All
right, everyone, have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend. We'll see you all back here tomorrow for the good countdown. Wildcard Weekend, Day 2. Be good, y'all. Have a great rest of your Saturday. We'll see you next time.